take this in.
He doesn't lie.
Trump doesn't lie?
No. No, he does not lie. No, you'll see. You'll see.
You don't think Donald Trump has ever lied?
No.
But like when he talks about the biggest crowds, everything, you don't think he's lying about that ever?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Because what we see from one side of the political aisle,
Think there's a problem with misinformation out there?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Some people believe in things that are just not true?
Absolutely. 100%.
And where do you think Obama was born?
Kenya.
is a clear indication of where their allegiances lie.
He didn't lose to him. We all know that. If you truly believe that he lost to him, you're still believing the narrative. Yeah. You're telling me this and Biden won, campaigning out of his basement. Yes. You tell me that
60 people.
You tell me that Biden got 81 million votes, I'd laugh at you.
Trump brought the evidence to 60 courts. Everyone rejected him. The DOJ,
because it didn't hurt people. That's where it comes from.
The DOJ, the FBI, Bill Barr, people in his cabinet all say there's not enough evidence to overturn the election, and it seems like there's a convenient excuse every time I bring that up. So
you say illegal judges?
And this is, of course, specifically within the party.
Attention all liberals on TikTok, please stay out of our comments section. I don't want to have to keep making these videos.
And it is specifically with one man.
Would you vote for Donald Trump in 2028? Yeah! All right, we are living in the dumbest timeline.
Many within MAGA will deflect from it, but it remains quite clear we are dealing with a cult.
You have the MAGA base, and they have no core beliefs or principles. They are a Trump cult, right? Let's just be very clear about that. This is a Trump cult. I hear people telling me MAGA's split on this war because of Tucker Carlson, because of Candace Owens. Yeah, I get it. The influencers are split. The people? No, look at the polling. Trump still has 80%, 70% support amongst the MAGA base when it comes to the Iran war. They will follow him wherever he goes. If Trump says we must invade Iran, MAGA supports it. If Trump says we must not invade Iran, MAGA supports it. If tomorrow Trump says tariffs are bad, MAGA supports it. Tariffs are good, MAGA supports it. This is a cult. And when Trump says, I decide what MAGA is, that's one of the rare moments in the day when he's not lying. There's no consistent philosophy. Don't be fooled. At the last election, the Republican Party didn't even put out a plank. They didn't put out a policy platform. They said, whatever Trump says. That's a cult. That's the definition of a cult.
It's true, because whatever he says...
I am a huge Trump supporter, and I was just told yesterday that I was part of a cult, and I'm damn proud of it. He's part of us. He truly is. And the things that the liberals are putting his family through is horrendous.
They will not abandon ship and even willingly admit they're sipping the Kool-Aid.
I am in a town called Boone's Mill, Virginia, and I think you can tell why I stopped. Trump Town. There were like dozens of signs for this on the way here. I'm gonna guess these people like Donald Trump. FJB, Faith Over Fear, Rittenhouse is welcome in our house. Ask about free gift inside.
More from Mehdi Hassan.
What moment happened for you that made you say, it's for sure a cult?
Oh, very early on.
Really?
So late 2015. 2015.
Oh, interesting.
So the moment I knew it was a cult, the people behind him, I didn't know the entire party would become a cult, but I knew that he had cultivated a cult. Do you remember he was sitting on stage and he said, John McCain, he wasn't a war hero. I like war heroes who didn't get captured. I was like, everyone's like, ooh, his campaign's over. You can't say that about a war hero in the Republican Party.
American country. Yeah.
Trump got away with this. Poll ratings went up. That was the moment I was like, oh, wow, this guy's Teflon. This guy can say whatever he wants and get away with it.
A good call, because that was when we had a pretty good taste of what was to come.
You talked about Senator John McCain having personal experience. He was tortured in a Vietnamese prisoner of war camp in Vietnam. He's been an outspoken critic of Haspel. I want you to take a listen to a military commentator, retired Air Force General Thomas McInerney, talking about John McCain and how torture works on Fox Business Channel.
The fact is John McCain, it worked on John. That's why they call him Songbird John.
Okay, first of all, nobody calls him Songbird John except for crazy people and jerks.
General Tom McInerney, after that comment, was banned from appearing on Fox News. I know. I can't believe I said that either. I can't believe they did that. Lo and behold. After that performance, Trump had him introduce the POTUS at his hotel in Washington, D.C. Now, when John McCain wished for former Presidents Barack Obama and George Bush to attend and give eulogies at his funeral while sidelining Donald Trump, Former Trump campaign staffer Sam Nunberg tweeted a meme implying that Trump would celebrate from home then. Nice. And then there was Charlie Kirk, who piggybacked off Nunberg and tweeted, "That tells you everything you need to know about McCain." Not, of course, everything you need to know about Donald Trump. No. That is the victim complex that they have. And on top of this, Mehdi would also point to another moment in time
where I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay? It's like incredible.
Well,
Donald Trump can go on Fifth Avenue right now and shoot someone and it would not change my support for him because I would probably find it justifiable.
God.
Yes. I
You
am
should
okay
not
with
have
that.
said that on this podcast. You should not
I
have
know,
said
it's
that.
insane, but I'm
That
just
is-
trying.
So you realize how indoctrinated you
It's
must be?
not indoctrination.
Your brain is fried.
Alan Lichtman, historian and author, would speak with Forbes Breaking News.
The conservative response to McCarthy, I think, explains a lot of the conservative response to Donald Trump. Conservatives like Robert Taft, senator from Ohio, son of a president, they recognized what McCarthy was doing, but they embraced it. He might be a bully, but he's our bully, and we need him. Well, Trump might be a bully. He might, not represent what we think should be a moral human being, but he's our bully. He's going to fight for us, and that is what matters. And that's why, Trump could say, I could shoot someone on Fifth Avenue and it wouldn't dent my base because his base has nothing to do with the supposed conservative core values of law and order or personal responsibility.
Now, while some former members are speaking out,
Someone who was raised MAGA, here are the 3 things that made me realize it's a cult so I could get the fuck out. Number 1, the fact that a lot of MAGA members would literally give up their religion if it meant following Trump. A lot of them fully believe that Trump is a savior and that he is like Jesus Christ. And while this is on the extreme end, a lot of them would do whatever he asked of them, and that is shown by how much he gets in donations from these people who don't have a lot to give. Number 2, the way that MAGA discourages free thinking and questions generally speaking. If you do have a question and you ask anyone in MAGA, they will repeat the same bogus bullshit that is a tagline every single time. For instance, one time I asked what would happen to the immigrants of 20 or 30 years in America who have communities and families here. Would they be deported? And they simply said, anyone who is here illegally has to go. It is such a rehearsed tagline that they don't even actually consider what that would mean in their lives. And number 3, the insane merch and the way that they construct their identity around being part of this cult. It's their social life, it's their religion, it's everything, it's their way of life, it is who they are, which is way more than a politician should ever be in your life, ever.
Personally, I think the big question is the following. What happens when this bursts? And for that, we turn to Knitting Cult Lady, who I'm sure that you have seen across your social media feeds. Well, she wrote a whole book on the matter. Her name is Daniela Mestianuk-Young.
It is fun now that people are starting to realize that I did call all of this years ago and that I haven't been wrong. I wasn't diminishing it when I called MAGA a cult. In fact, many cult experts have been out here for a year now saying we're not being hyperbolic when we call it a cult. And I also called that he was going to try to turn himself into a god. And that is very interesting indeed.
So Knitting Cult Lady, who was in a cult as a youngster, has spoken out on the subject for some time now. Essentially, what she indicates are these breaking points, which will lead to defections within cults. And of course, within this video, it's about MAGA. One thing that she pointed to.
And he called me on the phone and I was at my office and he's demanding I take my name off the discharge petition, but he's also pleading with me and he tells me the truth. He says, my friends will get hurt because they're in the Epstein files. He said, these are people at Mar-a-Lago. He said, these are people you know.
I was called a traitor by a man that I fought for 6 years for. And I gave him my loyalty for free, but I fought for him for the policies and for America first. And he called me a traitor for standing with these women and refusing to take my name off the discharge petition.
Let me also be clear, because I want to make my stance. really firm on this. Marjorie Taylor Greene sucks. Everything about her sucks. Okay? Everything. Her racism, her bigotry, the way that she has coddled Trump, coddled MAGA, the conspiracy theories, her leaning into QAnon, the way that she spoke about black folks in this country, the way she has spoken about Ilhan Omar, it is disgusting. And that is exactly who she is. So you know what? We can say that and then also say she was right on one thing. And you know what it is? Just at least in my eyes, I speak for myself, the lowest hanging fruit. Child R-word. Yeah, that's where she was right. Think about that in the grand scheme of things. Low bar. Low. And yet, Republicans can't meet it. So thus she broke with Trump because of Epstein. And he said her family deserved death threats because of it. There were also many other points of defection, at least for some. You know, being in Chicago, I've seen how the Pope is just beloved here. But many people who are religious saw that meme that he posted and were like, what the fuck is this? I mean, not as dirty of a word as that, but they didn't like it. The war, rising gas prices, and you know what? Even his attacks on his former allies, who I still believe, by the way, are allies. I don't buy this media framing. They might disagree again on one thing, like a Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, and Alex Jones. Thus, knitting cult lady and another author, Stephen Hassan, told Rolling Stone that now is the time to reach out to MAGA family members, friends, and coworkers, especially if you suspect they could be receptive. And you know what? Ask them open-ended questions. Knitting Cult Lady said, ask them to explain why they like Trump in the first place and what they think right now, because cracks are really good at letting light in. They conclude, and just as importantly, listen to them. From Hassan, cult members get themselves out when they have access to non-members who are treating them with dignity, respect, and genuine curiosity. If you have a MAGA family member, friend, associate, loved one, neighbor, anything, any sort of relationship at all, I'm asking you to do me a solid. I'm asking you to reply in the comments and tell me what those conversations were like. I am genuinely curious. And also, what was the point where they broke with the president?